Welcome to the GEEARS Community Compass video tutorial. This tutorial is intended to give a general overview of the Community Compass's purpose and functionality. The GEEARS Community Compass mapping tool is designed to provide a community-level survey of the early childhood landscape in Georgia. To this end, the tool allows the user to both view the location and details of individual early learning programs on top of census tract level data, as well as filter and download program data based on a user's desired specifications. Distinct from our other asset mapping tool, the Community Compass is more streamlined, with fewer indicators and a finer geographic detail, having been built at the census tract level as opposed to the county level. Because data availability diminishes as the geographic area being mapped gets smaller, this is a key trade-off when considering which tool to use for your purposes. Upon navigating to the tool, the user will first be shown a splash screen with an overview of the tool's variables and other important notes. The default configuration of the tool has visible two layers, one being a thematic color-coded layer showing the GEEARS Early Childhood Index by census tract, and the other being the location of quality-rated early learning programs, with a label indicating the star rating of each. The GEEARS Early Childhood Index, ranging from 0 to 100, represents a composite of the 10 indicators relevant to school readiness, most of which measure community and family context. A higher index value denotes a higher level of community, family, and child well-being in a given area. The quality-rated programs layer, represented by stars, depicts all eligible early learning programs that have received a quality rating of 1, 2, or 3. All programs that are quality rated, regardless of star level, have demonstrated a commitment to quality beyond the health and safety requirements for licensure. This layer is updated daily. The data and programs shown in the default layer, it must be noted, only represent a subset of all the data and programs inventoried in this tool. Next will be an overview of the other layers in the tool and how to turn them on and off. First off, a list of all the layers can be found by clicking on the layer icon at the top left corner of the map. While not explicitly listed as such, the available layers can be categorized into three types: early learning assets, shown as points or stars, depicting the geocoded location; thematic color-coded census tract layers; and boundary layers, such as school or legislative districts. For best viewing, only one of each type of layer should be turned on at a given time. The asset layers viewable with this tool include all early learning programs and 3 layers of subsets limited to specific types of programs, namely Head Start and Early Head Start, Georgia Pre-K programs, and the default layer, quality rated programs by rating. The legend for each layer allows for interpretation of the colors or numbers associated with each point or star for these layers. The thematic color-coded layers each represent a different indicator mapped at the census tract level. In addition to the composite early childhood index set as the default, the reportable component measures contributing to the index can be visualized separately by turning off the default thematic layer and turning on one of the other thematic layers, such as percent of population ages 25 and over with no high school diploma. Also included is an access to quality rated childcare layer. This layer represents the total licensed capacity of every quality rated facility within 10 miles, discounted by travel to each facility and total population ages 0 to 4. A higher value indicates greater access. The last set of layers are primarily for reference purposes and include boundaries for city school districts, census tracts, state Senate and House districts, U.S. congressional districts, and counties. The counties layer also includes a link in the pop-up to download an early childhood profile PDF for that county. In addition to visualizing the various layers and viewing data via pop-ups, the Community Compass tool includes an array of other components and functions. For the purpose of this tutorial, the components and functions will only be introduced. For more in-depth guidance on these aspects of the tool, please refer to the how-to videos posted along with this video. The most widely used component outside of the map itself is likely the attribute table, where one can find the data corresponding to each asset. This is the behind-the-scenes view of the map's asset layers. These tables can be filtered, sorted, and exported. The filtering widget can be found at the top left corner of the screen. Assets can also be selected using the map itself. Once the assets have been filtered, they can be downloaded as a CSV table, an image of the map and map view can also be downloaded as a useful visual reference. That concludes this introductory tutorial for GEEARS Community Compass tool. For more in-depth information on how to perform specific tasks with the tool, please view the how-to videos posted along with this video. Thank you and have a good day.